Okay. Hey guys, Critic and the Common Man here, coming in with a shorter video today to talk to you guys about George Floyd and the protests going on across the country and the message that's being heard around the world. Critic and the Common Man stands with George Floyd, with these protests, with the black members of our community who are fighting for justice all across our nation. This is not a political podcast in any way. Chris and I come on here every week and we review movies, but this is not a political issue anymore. Um, this is an issue for everyone in this country. Chris and I root for heroes who fight against tyranny and who fight against injustice in movies that we watch every single week. And we come on here and we tell you how great they are and how impressed we are. And we have seen heroes stand up and fight for justice and fight tyranny all across our country in the past weeks. Chris and I and the Critic and the Common Man will continue to stand for George Floyd and continue to support these protests and continue to do what we need to do and what we can do to make sure that the black members of our community, are held as equals and are treated with the same level of justice that all the rest of us face every day. That will include holding each other accountable, educating ourselves on not only the political climate in our nation, but what's really going on, injustices that are being faced in the streets in our communities and in our entire country. And we'll continue to vote. We'll continue to vote to make sure that the people who are in power in this nation have members of the black community in mind and are willing to do what it takes to make sure that we're all treated equally and that no more black people will face injustices and be discriminated against in this country anymore. It's now 2020. We're moving forward, and we're going to do that as one nation, as one country, blacks, whites, Asians, everyone. We're going to do it together. So we wanted to touch base really quick and put this out there just to make sure that you guys know that even though our platform is small and new, we're not going to be silent on the issue. We stand with George Floyd. To those of you who are out there fighting for justice, we see you, and we're going to do what we can to help. And we'll continue to fight for equality. Chris, you got anything that you want to say about this?
Yeah, I mean, you said it pretty well. We try not to be political, but we thought about it and we felt that even though we're relatively new and, we have a small amount of followers, that we couldn't be silent on this. Um, we want to stand for what is right in the world, and we can't sit back and watch injustice continue and say nothing. And so we want all of our viewers to know, and everyone who supports us and who watches us, we want everyone to know that this is what we believe in, and that while the protests are obviously something that is changing us all, it is something that needs to happen, and we're going to continue to stand for what we believe in and what we know that is right, and we're not going to be silent on that. And everybody who is out there protesting and fighting the good fight and doing all of that, everything that you guys do, whether it's spreading the message or actually going out onto the streets and protesting, we stand with you, and we hope that everybody can just be safe and just continue doing what you're doing, because it needs to change, and we hope that this is the beginning of something new and beautiful that is going to lead us into a world that we want to live in together as one. So
Yeah. And even though this situation came from a long chain of horrible events and unfortunate events, we hope that these protests and the message that's being spread across the entire world right now can serve as an end to any sort of acceptance of racism, of hate, of discrimination in the police force, in our political climate, or anywhere else in this country. And so the Critic and the Common Man continues to stand with George Floyd, and we continue to support the protests and the message that's being spread and we won't be silent on it. So thank you guys for listening.
Yeah,
We
and
really appreciate it.
actually, before I forgot to say, please, to everyone who's watching this, please vote. That is the biggest thing that you can do. Whether or not you believe that your voice matters, that your opinion matters, whether you think the system is fixed or not, you have to show that you want your voice to be heard. That is the importance in all of it. To all my fellow Latinos out there, please get out there and vote. The minorities matter, and we need to show that now more than ever. We need to show that we are standing in solidarity, that we are united together. So please vote. It will make a difference. I promise you. Um, just everyone stay safe, and thank you for supporting us, and thank you for watching.
All right. Critic and the Common Man. See you guys in the next episode.